HBO has officially announced that they are working on a new Harry Potter series, which will be a reboot of the original story. The series will cover the 7 years that Harry spent at Hogwarts and will be produced by HBO Max and Discovery+. The show is still in the early stages of development, so there is no official release date yet but we can already discuss about changes that should be mandatory in comparison to the movies. A new HBO show about Harry Potter should definitely include iconic scenes like the one from Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, where Ron tries to call Harry at the Dursleys but can't figure out how a telephone works. Additionally, including the scene from Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, where the Weasleys come through the Dursleys' chimney to pick up Harry. It seems like many fans have strong opinions about the adaptation of the Goblet of Fire movie, citing various issues like the lack of spectacle in the Triwizard Tournament and the poor execution of the mystery surrounding Harry's name in the goblet. So, the new HBO show should pay close attention to these details and include them to please the fans. It's crucial that the characters are portrayed accurately, with each character delivering lines that align with their personalities. The concern here is to avoid giving every smart or impactful line to Hermione, as was often done in the movies. Ron, for instance, was portrayed as a fool in the films, especially in situations where he should have been portrayed as brave and clear-headed. One specific example from the books is the Devil's Snare scene in the first book, where Ron, not Hermione, keeps a clear head and solves the problem. Additionally, it's essential for the show to depict Ron as a multi-dimensional character. While he might struggle with academics and spells, he is brave, generally good-natured, and extremely courageous. His intelligence shines through in different ways, such as his ability to think quickly under pressure, particularly in combat situations. This depth of character was often overlooked in the movies, leading to inconsistencies and missed opportunities for character growth, especially for Hermione. Additionally, they could explore Sirius's time in Hogsmeade as an outlaw and give more attention to Ron explaining why mudblood is offensive. Also, the inclusion of Peeves would add a fun and mischievous element to the series. To expand on the character development, the show should also give Ginny Weasley more screen time to highlight her strong and independent character, as the films didn't do justice to her role. Furthermore, the show should include moments like the homework scenes from the books. While these scenes might seem like downtime, they help remind the audience that the characters are students at an actual school, learning and growing, rather than just being miniature auras saving the school. The new HBO show should pay special attention to the introductory chapters of each Harry Potter book. These early chapters provide crucial information and set the tone for the mysteries that unfold throughout the series, particularly in the first 4 chapters of every book. These chapters are essential for establishing the core of what Harry Potter stories are. They blend the mystery genre with the backdrop of a fantasy wizarding world. For example, in Chamber of Secrets, the show should explore Ginny's strange behavior, a detail overlooked in the movie adaptation. In Prisoner of Azkaban, it's important to spend more time in Lupin's class to reveal hints about something being off. The show should highlight the confusion surrounding Hermione's attendance in classes that happen at conflicting times, using a more faithful portrayal of the Time Turner's mechanics. This approach would align more closely with the essence of J.K. Rowling's books and the intricate mysteries woven into the narrative, making the show more faithful to the source material and appealing to both dedicated fans and new viewers. It should consider incorporating more representation of Ravenclaw House, emphasizing their true house colors, which are blue and bronze. It's important to move beyond the limited portrayal of Ravenclaw as being only associated with Cho Chang, Luna Lovegood, and the eccentric Professor Lockhart. Additionally, there seems to be a demand for merchandise that accurately represents the bronze eagle emblem of Ravenclaw, which could signal a desire for a more book-accurate portrayal of the wizarding world. Some fans have been turning to independent sources like Etsy to find merchandise that aligns with the original colors. Therefore, it might be a smart move for HBO and Warner Bros. To consider a shift towards the more authentic blue and bronze representation for Ravenclaw in the new show, as it appears to have support among fans and could be a marketable choice. The show should avoid some of the inaccuracies found in the movies, such as people flying flying on broomsticks in the middle of London, which was not depicted in the books. Furthermore, the show should include iconic moments like the duel between Voldemort and Dumbledore at the Ministry of Magic, complete with the dramatic fountain that comes to life. Ludo Bagman's character should be explored in depth, as he played a significant role in the series, including his involvement in Dumbledore's death. The show can highlight the complex chain of events related to Bagman, Fred, George, and the Peruvian instant darkness powder, which ultimately contributed to Dumbledore's tragic fate. These elements would add depth to the character of Ludo Bagman and enhance the overall storytelling in the series. It should definitely focus on showcasing more of McGonagall's important lines, capturing her wisdom and authority that fans adore. Fans, especially Gryffindors, are eager to see Harry stand up for McGonagall and deal with those who disrespect her. Specifically, fans are looking forward to McGonagall's sass, particularly her interactions with Umbridge, a character whose confrontation with McGonagall was downplayed in the movies, leaving fans disappointed. They expect a more authentic portrayal of McGonagall's resilience and fearlessness, especially in the face of challenges. Moreover, fans are critical of previous attempts in the movies to portray pivotal moments, such as the scene where Umbridge and McGonagall argued, feeling that it was forced and cringeworthy. They believe that the talented actresses portraying these characters deserved better writing and execution. It should definitely incorporate elements from Chapter 1 in Half-Blood Prince, specifically the Prime Minister's meeting, which offers a fascinating look into the backstory of Muggles, knowing about the magical world. This kind of insight would provide a unique and enriching experience for fans. Additionally, it's essential for the show to capture the comedic elements that were prevalent in the books. While not necessarily a comedy, the Harry Potter series featured comedic relief and snarky remarks that added depth to the characters and the story. This humor aspect was somewhat lost in the movies, where they attempted to force Marvel-style one-liners that often felt forced and out of place. Staying true to the book's humor would be a refreshing and faithful adaptation, which fans would greatly appreciate. It should definitely prioritize bringing back vibrant color to the wizarding world. The community's consensus is that the previous movies, especially the later ones, were overly dominated by a drab and moody gray palette, which did not sit well with the audience. Many fans are nostalgic for the lively and enchanting atmosphere of the first two films, suggesting that the new show should embrace a similar color palette. Furthermore, fans are critical of the strange and visually unappealing choices made in the sixth movie, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, which had a weird grey and slightly blurring filter over the entire movie. This decision received negative feedback from viewers, with some even comparing the visuals to black and white. It's clear that the new show should avoid such filters and instead focus on creating a visually engaging and colorful magical world. Additionally, fans have expressed a desire for the characters' wardrobes to reflect the magical and whimsical nature of the wizarding world. Specifically, Dumbledore should wear his more whimsically colored robes, as described in the books. The show should pay attention to the intricate details of the characters' clothing, enhancing the visual experience for the audience. A new HBO show about Harry Potter should feature Harry as the protagonist, just as he was portrayed in the books. Many fans feel that the movies did not capture his true character, as they toned down his witty and sassy personality. In the books, Harry was a mouthy and clever character, quick with his verbal responses, which endeared him to readers. Fans want to see Harry delivering iconic lines like, "The toilets never had anything as horrible as your head in it," and "No need to call me Sir Professor." This portrayal of Harry as a snarky backtalker who is filled with anxiety, anger, ambition, and confusion, just like any teenager, is what endeared him to readers in the first place. The show should aim to capture the depth and complexity of Harry's character that was more pronounced in the books, but was somewhat lost in the film adaptations. One key element it should have is a focus on the Marauder's backstory. This could be done creatively, not just through Lupin telling the story, but by incorporating flashback episodes that add depth to the stories we know from the books. For example, there could be an episode that shows Sirius tricking Snape to the Shrieking Shack and James saving him. These flashback episodes would provide a first-hand look at the dynamics and relationships of the Marauders, adding more weight to the events in the present day. This approach could be particularly impactful, especially after Harry learns about the friendship between Sirius and his dad. Additionally, including a Marauders episode at the end of the third book could serve as a bittersweet portrayal of this doomed group of friends. further enriching the Harry Potter universe. It's important to handle such flashbacks with sensitivity, especially concerning moments like the incident with Snape's underwear, which some might consider as a form of sexual assault. Overall, this approach to the new show would be amazing and offer fans a fresh perspective on the wizarding world. Finally, many fans are hoping to see a more accurate portrayal of the character Severus Snape. The movies, while brilliantly acted by Alan Rickman, watered down Snape's character, leaving some viewers with the impression that he might be a good guy. However, in the books, we see just how snarky and complex Snape can be. Some of the things he does in the books even made readers gag in surprise. Despite his darker side, Snape's character becomes strangely hilarious as the series progresses. The more faithful portrayal of Snape in the HBO show could make it easier for viewers to understand why some fans found it hard to believe that Harry would name his child after a man who remained an irredeemed sadist with an unhealthy obsession with Harry's mother rather than a character who underwent a complete transformation. Adding moments like the iconic line, "I see no difference" to the show could help achieve this depth and complexity in Snape's character, giving fans a more authentic representation of one of the series' most intriguing figures. What do you think the show should be about? If you have specific ideas, don't hesitate to mention them in the comments. Thanks you for watching. See you soon.